This video shows you how to bond two broken pieces of plastics together. This severed piece of plastic in my hand was broken off due to very strong winds. So I will be bonding the severed plastic along its provenance in situ, whilst ensuring that there is a rigid connection between both mating bonding surfaces. To achieve this, I will be using the crystal clear Araldite, whose application encompasses bonding glasses, jewellery, ceramics, porcelain, and a myriad of other materials like your wood, masonry, dry concrete, chipboard, leather, cardboard, and metal. For optimum bonding, make sure that the surfaces are clean and free from dust and corrosion, dirt, and grease. If you have got rough bonding surfaces, for optimum bonding, make sure that the rough surfaces are sandpapered and degreased with a suitable solvent. And once the Araldite has cured on the rigid connection, I will be fortifying that connection with Locktite, industrial super glue, or industrial strength E6000. Wear disposable gloves, as you do not want the Araldite adhering during the mixing or application process, and also clamp the broken piece connection. Simulate and work out if the clamp would keep the broken pieces in a static position during the bonding process, or if it would hamper or impede the bonding process. I will show you what I mean in a minute. To use the Araldite, dispense equal amounts from both tubes onto a clean disposable surface. Once the crystal part A and the crystal part B have been dispensed on the disposable surface, replace them caps and do not reverse them caps on them tubes, okay? And whilst in molten or liquid state, get any excess off your working tool or that you've come in contact with. And here you can see that I have run 3 beads from the crystal part B, and then subsequently 3 beads from the crystal part A, and then subsequently mix thoroughly with the aid of a spatula for about 30 seconds. And if you have got any contamination or foreign object debris in the mixture, move to one side so that it is not applied between the bonding mating surfaces. Do note that the Araldite crystal remains usable for a maximum of 5 minutes, so make sure that both surfaces are clean and dry, and then proceed to apply to both surfaces of the joint. You only need a thin film between both sandwich joints, but I'm a bit magnanimous or generous with the application because I want, a rigid solid connection between both mating joints, both on the inside and on the outside, okay? But with regards to clamping, the big question is, would you get Araldite on the fixed jaw of your G-clamp? Well, probable or probably more than likely. So it may not be practicable or feasible to get, a G-clamp, on the broken severed joints, as you may get, a mushy or messy Araldite spewing all over your G-clamp. And, the G-clamp should be providing support, but should not be negating the effect of, a positive bonding rigid joint. So if you use a G-clamp here, it has the propensity to misalign, the mating part. So you might just have to do away with using the G-clamp and provide reasonable force using your hand, okay, for, say for about 5 minutes till you get that solid connection on them joints, okay? And so you can see it is more feasible, to use my hand to provide reasonable force just like I'm doing here. But if I decide to use the G-clamp, I would have to think about, the mess that's going to be created on the G-clamp. So I may have to use a tissue, first in place. Then when I place the G-clamp, on the connection, it may misalign the broken or cracked line between both mating parts. The working time is 5 minutes and the handling time is 20 minutes. So I may as well just apply pressure with my hands for 20 minutes and do away with the clamp, okay? Which dislodges the broken mating pieces. So having assembled the broken piece carefully, if necessary, remove any excess adhesive with a sharp blade, once partially set, and wait for the bond or the crystal Araldite to cure. I have also applied Araldite on the external bit of the plastic joint. Do not mix Araldite, Locktite, your industrial super glue, or your industrial strength E6000 in real time. Do note that I have applied the industrial super glue after the Araldite has fully cured, okay? To solidify the bonded rigid connection, okay, externally and internally. You can apply it on the underside and pretty much wait for it to cure. Say for 2 hours and over. And that's about it really. If you found the information useful, don't forget to subscribe, like and share, help the channel grow, and hopefully catch up with you later. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening. Goodbye.